Hi and welcome back. This is the Senior Network. We are now joined by Emily Getz of Benchmark Physical Therapy. Glad to have you.
Thank you.
And our one and only Jim Keith with Keith's Funeral Home. Good to see you again.
Good to see you as well. Thank you.
Well, in the break, we were talking a little bit about physical therapy. So I was just curious, Emily, kind of walk us through a day for you.
So, you know, one of the great things with Benchmark is that I have a lot of flexibility with my schedule. So it really varies from day to day, just depending on the patients that I have, how complex they are, and the amount of care that they need to have. So one day will look nothing like the next.
So you never know, right?
Yeah.
But do you have, like when you're seeing, if I was actually coming there, would I have you every time that I?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, so you get that relationship.
Yeah, we only utilize doctors of physical therapy in our clinics in this market. So you would see your physical therapist every single time, not an assistant, not a tech.
Great. Give me an idea too then, the treatments. I know it's probably all over the board, but an idea of what some of the treatments would be.
Yeah, well, some of the specialized treatments that we do are dry needling. We do that trigger point dry needling in our clinics. We use just a tiny little needle, and it can help release any, muscle spasms and pain in the muscle. That's really great. We do a lot of hands-on manual therapy. We utilize instrument-assisted soft tissue manual therapy, which is just using some tools to kind of achieve the results that we need.
Interesting. And how long have you been with Benchmark?
I've been with Benchmark since August.
Great,
so
great.
Coming up.
Well, glad to have you on the show. And I know
Thank you.
Jim, he's an avid golfer. And speaking of going out this afternoon, have you ever had to have physical therapy from injuries?
For my back and hands, I've had 6 hand surgeries, so I had physical therapy for that. And back for a while, I had a knee replaced, so I'm kind of the walking wounded when it comes to that. But I've had great experiences with the physical therapist. It was especially the hand girl. I thought that this is ridiculous. I can do these little exercises, but where they come up with some of these exercises and how they work so well is amazing.
You don't want to know.
Well, I bet I don't.
Well, and a lot of people don't understand. It's a long recovery in some of those situations, like with the hand and the back and the knees, and it takes multiple sessions to get through that, right?
It does. It does. My knee, I was really good with the knee. I had a really good surgeon up in Wilmington, Delaware, and he did well with that. And I was back to work in 2 weeks after my knee surgery, which I thought was pretty good.
That's very good. Yeah. Very good. Well, speaking of that, I know with obviously physical therapy, that's educated, trained, certified, licensed, all that good stuff. And it led me to think about the funeral home business in South Carolina. Are there licenses in place for that?
The licensing in South Carolina is really good. I think so. Very strict. So I'm a licensed funeral director in South Carolina, licensed funeral director and embalmer, as well as a licensed funeral, I guess it would be pre-need, they call me. So I'm certified and licensed to sell pre-need, and also as a licensed insurance agent that allows me to sell those pre-need policies that people use.
Now, what's a pre-need? When
someone comes in and makes their funeral in advance, they pick out everything, right? If it's a cremation, are we going to have any services? Do they pick out the urn? If it's going to be at church, do we pick out the music? We can do all that. It can be as advanced as you want to or as simple as you need it to be. If it's a burial, we do the same thing. You might pick out the casket, the flowers, the register book, that type of stuff. And if you want, you can prepay it. If you prepay it, that means that no matter how long you live or what happens to my prices, you never pay a penny more. Your family would never pay any more.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And so you consider yourself like a one-stop operation, right, when it comes to all of it?
It seems that way. It seems that way. I'm really fortunate that a lot of people are coming back to me, not just for the death industry, but I'm getting involved with people are inviting me to do the golf thing today that I'm playing with is a family I served that they wanted to take me out golfing. So, it's nice that I'm able to develop those relationships.
Well, your reputation, obviously, that you're more, like you said, a concierge type service. You spend a lot of time with folks one-on-one, just educating them. I know you've done that for a lot of our clients that are just thinking about it. Well, great point. I'm going to get back to that. We're going to need to take a break. Stay with us, and we'll be right back.